Live. I do apologise for my 5 minutes of absence, but here I am live and with you all, and very much looking forward to talking everything strict school rules and, of course, Pudsey Day tomorrow. If you're in Great Britain, UK, you'll know tomorrow is Pudsey Day, Children in Need Day, which is such an awesome time of year because it's raising money for lots of children's charities. And you get to go non-school uniform at school, whether that's in a spotty top or a football shirt. Obviously, Norwich City's #1 shirt you want to be wearing. If you're wearing an Ipswich shirt, you probably should pay double on the day. Rightly so. And yeah, you can sort of wear like a mad hat or like a weird gimmicky thing, you know, whatever. But yeah, it's an awesome day. Absolutely love Children Need Day. And I got to do a walk last week where I think I walked about maybe 1.5 miles, but it was a three-legged walk, so it wasn't easy. But good evening, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. Welcome to class, and good evening to everyone. Just seeing what that says in the background. You've exceeded your budget, apparently. But yes, it's very good to see you all. Tonight, everyone will probably know about the chat tonight is all about strict school rules. I'm going to be doing a video tomorrow. I'll probably be releasing it on Saturday on YouTube in Saturday morning around about 8:30, so stay tuned. But it's all about strict school rules. And I've actually done a bit of research and I found out some megally strict schools about, you know, like skirt sizes and socks and belts, certain colours of the way they should be. Ties should be knotted in a special way. Mobile phone rules, walking on sides of the corridor, talking, language, levels of volume, you know, all that. I'm really interested what your school rules are. And of course, also tonight, I'd love to know what you're doing for Pudsey Day. You know, if you're wearing a spotty top, football shirt, if you're wearing a crazy hat, if you're doing any games, silly activities. So let me know. That is what we're covering tonight's episode, tonight's show. And we're here till 9:05 because I was 5 minutes late. So yeah, so thank you for tuning in. And as always, I do read the comments section. So if you guys are watching this back, I will go on my comments. I check it every sort of other day. So yeah, I want to see that. So 90-minute detentions, according to Maya. Now, guys, there's going to be a lot of people talking here tonight. We normally get about 200-300 people at a time. If you use Super Chat, I 100% see it. I will 100% call you out. I do my very best as a creator to read all of these things as much as I can. A lot of people spam, a lot of people repeat. Try to write it a couple of times. If I don't see it, then maybe the conversation will change and switch it up. I will read as much as I can. But if you really want to get seen, Super Chat's the way forward. I will read it out. I will make a massive fuss of it. I will see it. I will absolutely see it because it comes up in bold stuff. So hit the Super Chat if you really want your question read out, or you want to shout out your, you know, whatever, like what you're doing for Pudsey Day, or your strict school rules being the main theme of tonight's episode. And if you come up with an incredibly strict school rule that you've been had to go through, or that you know of one, I might use it in my video tomorrow that will go live Saturday morning. One last thing for safety, please don't name the schools. Repeat, do not name the schools. That doesn't need to go in my video, certainly won't be. The schools I found out are like in Newcastle was one. I didn't name the school. Everyone will be like, oh, I know that school. So it's better to leave it that way. So yeah, keep yourself safe online, guys. You don't need to say the name of your schools. But yeah, school rules and what you're doing for Children Need Day. Pudsey Day, let's go. Let's get into the chat. Oh my God, you're mine. I'm your biggest favorite. Oh my God, 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 says Plum. There you go, Plum. I read your comment. Oh my God was said a lot. But I'm glad you're one of my biggest fans. Thank you so much. Next, we've got Hi Tommy. Love your videos. Massive fan. Keep up the good work. That came from the lovely Freddie Knight. Thank you, Freddie. AZ edits. Can we do Blue Kit or Kahoot about Pudsey Day? That's a good shout, actually. I can't do one now because this one's about Pudsey Day and strict school rules, but I can do a Kahoot soon. In fact, should we do a Kahoot next week? Is that what we're saying for the live show next week? You want a Kahoot? Let's see what we can do. On Pudsey Day, we get to wear whatever. Do you? Ooh. Are you allowed to wear football shirts? That's the thing. That's a school rule. Right, another school rule here. Twisty Play says phone rules here are basically we have to put our phone in boxes. Yes, I've seen people put them in like this sleeve thing. It seals it for the day. It's a lock and then it unlocks at the end of the day. I personally, that's a brilliant idea. Kids, children, teenagers do not need mobile phones in school time. You can be contacted by your parents through the school secretary. You know that. You don't need it. It's a distraction. It's a great time to talk to your mates. Switch off from all that technology. You've got enough computers and iPads and stuff. And then, yeah, once 3 o'clock hits, you get your phone back. I think it's a perfectly acceptable rule. And the reason why it's a perfectly acceptable rule is because before your time, we didn't have them either. I didn't have them in my time, really. So we didn't need them. Otherwise, it's just become a distraction. Age gaming or AI gaming, sorry. I try and read things as one word. I forget that. One kid, you're not my friend, got an academic flag for being 3 seconds late for history. Oh, so a kid you know. A kid you knew. Oh, right. Flags. People getting flagged. This is a big one. Like I said, guys, if you want to get your comments seen better, like I'm definitely going to say it as if it's super chatted. Some girls in my school were graffitiing and they said you can't go to the toilet at lesson time, but you can at break. Obviously at break. Oh my goodness. Can you imagine a school that wouldn't let you go at break? That's insane. But yeah, I hear that one a lot. 60-minute detentions for being 5 seconds late on the same day. That's insane. I got a detention for not doing work, but I did the work. How well did you do the work? How well did you do the work? Oh, we've got a Pudsey Day talk on Pudsey Day. Our school is so strict, they're keeping phones away, but they don't control the year 7s getting into the year 11. That's weird. Oh, that's weird. Why am I starting yawning? Just because I'm chatting a lot. I ditched school. Oh, I'm sorry that you didn't have a good experience. Some people, it's not always for everyone. Happy Anti-Bullying Week. Is it really Anti-Bullying Week? I did not know that. Do you live in the UK? Yes, in Norwich, in the east part of the East Anglia, east part of Great Britain, UK. Thanks for reading my comment. You're welcome. It's not easy to read all these. I just wanted to say, someone, crochet obsessed 123 says, I just wanted to ask. I'm struggling keeping up with homework. How can I stop feeling so stressed? I think honestly, with homework, I think the best thing to do is when you get home, if you can, get straight into it, get it done, set an alarm when you're going to do it. Like that's the time you're going to do it. So whether it is when you get in from school, whether it's after you've had some dinner, whether it's first thing in the morning, but obviously not for the next day. So maybe I used to be like this. When I got up like 6:30, 7, and I didn't have to leave the house till 8, between that hour, I would be like really on it. I don't know what everyone else's mindset's like. That's why a lot of people like using the gym. So I would say, obviously you don't want to do it the morning of or the night before. But if you could do homework at a said time, like the morning, then do it. But you have to set the time and you have to make the time for it. I think if you're generally struggling after that, 6, 7 to everyone else who's just joined the chat. If you're struggling after that, I think you need to speak to your teachers. But talk to your teachers before the deadline. Say that you're struggling, so you might get an extension, or they might have a good chat with you about it, or ask you to show how to do it differently. You might have to do less. If you hand it in on the day and it's not done, that is your fault. You have not organised yourself. That is down to you. I don't have sympathy for that. I have lots of students who will come to me and say, I haven't done this work. And I'll say, thank you for letting me know that 3 or 4 days in advance, we can now work on that. I can give you extension. If you're one of these people like, it turns up, I ain't done it. I ain't got no time. I just feel like it's lazy. Do you know what I mean? So I think that's a fair point. Take it or leave it. I hope that works for you. Hi, 6-7. If our phones gets confiscated, we don't get it until next Tuesday. So like it's a Tuesday rotation. I mean, if you sign the school rules, that's the school rules. I mean, this is the thing. A lot of you guys come to these schools, colleges, whatnot, and they have a contract. And if you sign it, that's legally binding. You said, I understand that if I get my phone out when I shouldn't do, and I shouldn't be doing something I shouldn't, whatever, you can take it. So they can. You're on their property. Following their rules. What's your opinion on Sparks Maths? I'm not familiar. Take me through Sparks. Is it an app that people use for maths? Is in high school or primary? I'm not clued up on that one. You have to take me through it. Please say my name. Mango Parrot 97. There you go. It's like a phrase I never thought I'd say ever. Hello, Mango Parrot 97. I hate Spark Maths. Who uses Spark Maths? Remember, guys, I'm trying to read all these as much as I can. If you hit the super chat, I will see your comment. I'll make a massive fuss as well. I'll be talking to you. Like, I'll see that comment. And you get a lot of likes back as well. But I'm going to try and read everyone's comment in the regular chat. So hi chat. Tonight, if you just tuned in, we're talking about what you're doing for children in need, Pudsey Day, or what did you used to do? How much did you used to pay for it as well? Non-school uniform day. 50p, £1, £2, £2.50, £3, can't be more than that. Are you wearing football shirts, Pudsey merch, spotty tops, crazy hats, odd socks? What are you doing for Pudsey Day tomorrow? If you live in the UK, you know what I mean. It's called Children Need Day, and it's all for charities for children, benefiting from all the help they can get, from illnesses to charities where they can take kids out who maybe look after people like a young carer at home so they can go and have a nice time. It's everything to do with children. And school rules is the main subject tonight. Strictest school rules that you have, you know of, schools, but don't name the school. We don't need to know the name of the school. You just say, at my school, this is our strictest rule. So what is the strictest rule you have at your school, or a rule you think is just ridiculous or unfair? And I will be very honest and tell you what I think of it. What's your opinion on Amara AI? I've not heard of it, Toe. My friend got marks for doing homework together in chemistry. My friend got an order marks. The things you guys call flag marks, order marks. That's quite strict, isn't it? It sounds strict, doesn't it? I'm not allowed to listen to music through my headphones, even though it helps with my... So that is a big one for me. I don't mind students having one beer in here, and hear me out, because you're going to be like, oh, teacher Tommy lets his kids play music. Not necessarily. When we're doing practical work, and like we're, say, doing conservation, I feel like I can watch people safely. And once they've learned how to use the tools and we're in an environment where they're safe and not surrounded by people, they can have one ear bud in and listen to the music. Because I've noticed music really does help people. Music helps a lot of people study. So why would I not implement that? My students are old enough to use that. So they'll have one ear bud in, one out, so they can hear me and they can crack on. Another one I have is, if we're doing like any lesson inside, like in the classroom, theory work, I'll explain it. I don't want anyone playing on their phones or music. But then once they're settled, they can have some music in. Again, one earbud out, one earbud in. And they can't go on their phones messing around. They have to have a set playlist, so you can't fiddle with it. And that's worked. That's mutual respect. Everyone gets work done. If they don't do the work, they don't get to do it. You're taking the mick. Do you see what I mean? And it's quite productive. However, I work in a SEN environment, and that might not work in schools. Some kid in a high school will just abuse it, and it will ruin it. So I get why high schools don't do it, and I do feel for teachers. But I also feel for students who don't abuse these things, and actually it'll work. We've got someone from America, North Novus Void, lets everyone go crazy in the like, says, I'm in America, and my school gives online homework, but they won't let us take our computers home to do it. It's stupid. That is crazy. That makes no sense to me. Thank you so much for the super chat, baby. See, I read that, saw it, boom, liked it. 16 likes. Thank you so much. That is ridiculous, especially when schools don't think about the fact that you might not be able to afford a laptop at home. The other thing is, if you know someone who can't afford it, then don't set the homework for them where they can't do it. Do you know what I mean? It just seems unfair. But also, where's the trust? But then from the school side of things, see, I flipped the coin. They're thinking, if you take that laptop home, you'll either A, break it, B, you'll forget to bring it back in the next day, and C, forget to, I don't know, something won't work, you know? So I get both sides of the argument. So here's the thing, don't set the homework then. Set homework in a different way. Why are we setting homework on computers when some people don't have a computer? I think people live in a world where we still believe they do. Thank you so much, though, for your super chat. That is a perfect example. If you super chat me, I will see your comment. We're talking everything tonight. If you just tuned in, children in need. What are you doing for non-school uniform day? If you're an American, they're like, every day is a non-school uniform day. But what are you doing in the UK for Pudsey Day, Children Need Day? Are you wearing something spotty, football shirt, Pudsey merch? Are you wearing a crazy hat? Are you wearing odd socks? What are you doing? How much does it cost? 50p, £1, £2? Let me know. And also the main talk tonight is strict school rules. Let's get back into strict school rules. NCFC, thank you. Do not wear an Ipswich shirt. You should be paying triple. At my school, the problem is that each teacher has their own different rules. Oh my God, do I agree. I love that comment, though. I'm going to have to screenshot that. This is a prime example of actually, as a teacher, I cannot stand other teachers playing it soft and this is a great example. And since there's so many teachers, the rules are so forgettable. We had to a tuck shop today. Do you teach high school? I teach post 16, but I also I've worked with so many different ages and stages in schools. I've worked in primary school, so I've got a lot of knowledge and breadth and all that. I agree. I can't stand teachers who are like, I'll let you go 10, 20 minutes early. I'll let you have food and drink. I'll let you do this. Great. Because the rest of us who are following the rules, everyone then thinks we're strict and mean and nasty and unapproachable. And actually, those teachers aren't great either, because here's the thing about the teacher. And if you have got that teacher who lets you go 15 minutes early every day, can I just tell you something about them? It's lazy. They are actually being paid for this. And if you add up 15 minutes per day or per week, that's a lot of education that you have missed out on that they should be doing just because, oh, they just wanted to let you go early because they're really cool. They're not cool. They're lazy. They're not great teachers. They've also not planned your lesson very well. So it's a little bit of a hint. Now, if you've got a teacher who is occasionally says, you know what, 5 minutes, go early, that's solid. But if you've got a teacher that every lesson they let you go 15, 10 minutes, I'm a bit suspicious of that one because it does add up. Now, you're going to be like, I'm not going to say anything to them because that'd be really unfair. And yeah, fair enough. But it's your education. So just be wary of those teachers. But I'm totally with you. Ones who flip the rules annoy me too. And as other teachers will tell you, it's so frustrating. But I really appreciate that comment from hearing from a student's perspective. At my school, that is dishwasher. Dishwasher. So crazy. These names. I like them though, because they say don't put your real name online. You haven't. Unless your name is dishwasher, then speak to your parents about your name. We have only 5 bathroom passes per 9 weeks. I schedule. Oh no, that's disgraceful. This is so unfair. My menstrual pad changes, so I can only change my. That is unbelievable. Surely that, if you're having your period, surely that should just not count for going to. That is disgraceful. I would never do that to a young person. So yeah, no, I don't think that one's fair at all. I'm so sorry you're going through that. That is so discomforting as well that you have to go through that. I grew up with 2 sisters. I got a wife and a kid, so I know about this a lot. I don't obviously experience it, but I feel I understand a little bit of what you're going through. I don't think that should ever be a thing. That shouldn't count. That's just crazy. Right. Deborah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with an X. We only get one go to toilet when we are eager or get home, or we get home, and also have to start our sentences with Miss, I think, or Miss, I need to let you know. And finally, without some of these rules are so crazy about going to the toilet. I generally can't believe like the bathroom one just really like, yeah, that one got me. That really shocked me. Crazy stuff. Let me just go back. I just feel like I missed a message. This is what happens. If you hit the super chat, I will definitely see your comment. But my school rules: phones are on silent on the bottom of bags. Fine. Skirts have to be up to the knee. Yeah, fair enough. Girls can't wear shorts. Girls can't wear shorts. You have to take your bag with you at break. Fair enough. And lunch. And my shoulders filled. Well, do you not have lockers? I don't get why girls can't wear shorts. I'm not really. Have they seen the Lionesses? Have they seen the ones who play rugby as well? The women's right. I mean, it just seems a bit weird why a girl can't wear shorts. I don't think. How is that? I always think to myself, how is that going to affect their learning? Is it really going to affect? Because as a teacher, seeing a girl in shorts, as long as they're black shorts or whatever, they match the uniform, I don't really have a problem. Tommy, once I got the wrong parents' evening by my English teacher 2 years ago, and the whole year he called me you. And when he tried saying my name, he called me a student who doesn't look like me. Oh, I hate it when teachers do that. I hate when teachers. But I also do it, so I can't stand myself. In my school, I missed that. I missed your comment. Sorry. I have to bring a Nokia. Oh, a Nokia. What, the 3310 brick? A Nokia to school instead of a smartphone, and I have to lock it up. But the thing is, you don't actually need a phone at school during school time ever. There is no need for it at all. So I'm with you. Bring the Nokia, then it's safe. And I have to be honest, how many times someone's bought a really nice phone or a nice device to school and it's gone missing or it's been stolen? It's terrible. It's a really terrible thing. Oh, we've had one Fitness Pro. Thank you so much, Fitness Pro, but I didn't read your message. You don't have a message. Massive like to Fitness Pro people. Thank you for the super chat. It's absolutely amazing of you. You're a super fan. Thank you so much, super fan. Hope you're having a good day, Fitness Pro. We love it. Absolutely love using the super chat. If you're using the super chat tonight, don't forget to write a comment as well so I can read it out. Tell me what you're doing for Pudsey Day. Tell me what your strict schools rule are. That's what we're talking about tonight. I'm homeschooled, live in a family of 8. Bless my mum for putting up with us. I'm sure she loves it though. I'm sure she loves it. A family of 8. I tell you what, I bet you guys are fun at Christmas when you got like a game of Monopoly going. Do you know what I mean? That is my kind of family. We can't wear any jewelry. I mean, that's a standard. I mean, I can't stand it when students wear jewelry in PE. I'm like, why? You could really hurt yourself or hurt someone else. Loving the school rules though, guys. Some of your schools are ridiculously strict. And thank you for not naming your school. That's really good. It's really smart. I don't need to know the name of your school. You've got to keep yourself safe online. Always remember that. You don't need to give off any of that information. Let's not know. We don't need to know that. It doesn't benefit the stories. It's better to be anonymous. I bet there's teachers on here getting in it. Miss Rami says, at my school, we have to keep our phones in a drawer all day and we're not allowed to turn them on until we're at school. I mean, so here's my thing. What's the point in bringing them to school? Can you not like hand them to a school secretary into a box? But it's like, why? Why would you need it? Just leave. I wouldn't want to leave my phone in a drawer all day. Do you know what I mean? Because someone might take it. Everyone's got different phones as well. Do you know what I mean? My school says we can only go to the toilet middle 20 minutes unless you have a pass. Middle 20 of 100 minutes. Also, we don't have a non-school uniform day anymore in my school. Oh, that's a shame. Why did they stop it? So many schools for Pudsey Day, Children Need Day, non-school uniform as well, do not allow football shirts because it causes, lots of problems. Like, why? Like, what's the big issue of football shirts? But apparently it's not a good thing. My supply teacher called us worthless. My goodness me. I don't think that's a fair school rule. Who else have we got here? Lilith says, we can't go to our phones during the morning, tea, lunch, and it's freaking law because apparently it will screw up our learning, which is not true. I mean, I don't get why you need to go on your phone. I don't want to lose you as a follower though, a sub. But why do you need to go on your phone at break time when you've got all your friends there? What is it, you need to access on your phone that you can't see at 3, 4 o'clock? That's all I'm asking. I just don't get why you need to go on it. You're not, all of the things that you can really enjoy at life are at your school. And if you're a person who's probably not social, I get it. People like to go on their phone, but there are other things you can do. You can do like games. You can join a local club or a society at school. So do you really need the phone? And my answer to that is 9 times out of 10, no. Me and my sister have to give our mum notifications about seizures. Fair enough. Okay, that's a bit of a different one. But with that in mind, doesn't the school nurse get involved? Do you see what I mean? Like, I mean, wouldn't the school give you that? Some people also have data with their things like that, with the seizures and stuff. But yeah, I think for seizures, I get that. I would have a phone. I get that. Or some way of recording it and being able to send it. But I like the odd person who bought a Nokia brick in. If you have a Nokia, you then don't need all the WAP stuff. You don't need all the internet stuff, all the apps. You just need the raw data, which is texting and calling and saying this is what, what's happening. So I don't think it's helpful because yes, you can use it to then record, like say that information to your parents. But then I bet, I'm being honest here, and you be honest too if you want to be, I bet you then go on your phone. You'll go on, YouTube or whatever, and then you're not socialising. So that is why it's not always a good thing. At my school, we have flags on register, and I don't know what it means. Like, what does M and F and stuff like that mean? So M and F and stuff like that. So authorised absence, sick. It could just be you've been reported, for not being in. There's so many different letters and meanings in different schools. I couldn't tell you what your school means particularly. Personally, I would ask, if you're unsure, the teacher, what does M and F and W and E and all that mean? Ask them. Just ask. It can't hurt to ask. You've got every right to know. It's your information being used. Another rule, Crochet Obsessed is back. Another rule, is we can only go to the bathroom if we have a blue pass. Then we have a medical condition, or we have a medical condition during lessons. And my year toilet's at the top of the building. We are not allowed fake nails. I mean, the fake nails one again is like, do you need that? I mean, personally as a teacher, it doesn't really bother me if someone had fake nails. Obviously, if it's you're doing PE, or Forest College or school, whatever you want to call it. I don't know. Does it really bother me? Not really, as long as it doesn't harm you or others. I don't really have a problem with the fake nails, but I get why schools don't do it, because it might be that you're like distracted by them, or whatever, trying to tie them up. Joshy Jude says, my school used to have a rule where if they saw shirts untucked or our blazers off, they would give us 3-minute detentions. Why? 3 minutes? What's the point? And they don't always tell us if they did or not. Oh, that is cruel. Imagine saying, right, you got to stay here for 3 minutes. I would just be like, what a pathetic rule. Thank you for not saying your name of your school, because I'd have probably gone at them. 3 minutes. As the teacher, setting a 3-minute detention seems stupid. I don't get it. It's like rack up your points for the day in a negative way. 3 minutes is pathetic. You're sitting there like, jeez, oh, I'm nearly done. And the teacher's like, oh, I could have been at Tesco by now or down the pub. Right. At my school, at break time, you can't run, and the PE, obviously, that's just a safety thing, though. That makes total sense. And the PE teacher takes like 10 students to play football, and everyone runs onto the field to watch them. Then the head teacher gives us all the detention. What? That's weird. So it's like, feels like the PE teacher like excluded everyone else because they're probably like not as good as football. That just seems mad. So my school. Sorry, guys. End of the day. I tried to do this earlier and I still did it. Stormy G Tag says, so in my school, if you are caught with a phone in school, it gets taken away for 2 weeks. But if you have a Nokia or a cheap phone, it gets taken away for a day. I feel like your school's like, I wonder how long it'll take us to sell this. It's a Nokia. Damn it. It's not helping. I feel like you got a cheap phone there. It looks like a Huawei. You can have it back in an hour. You can keep it, miss, for longer if you want. No, it's only a Nokia. Imagine if it's like an Apple, an iPhone 17, whatever, Pro. We're going to keep it for a month. I've got a Nokia. Yeah, you can have that back tomorrow. Oh, all right, okay. That is a brilliant rule. That will probably go in my video tomorrow. That's made me chuckle. In my school, if we have an emergency text from a parent on our phone and we get caught using it, it means it's confiscated. Now, this is the problem. I find a real struggle, and I'm going to say something a little controversial. Why your parents? I know it makes no sense. Your parents can contact the school, especially if it's an emergency. That's actually the whole point of contacting the school secretary. That's what they're there for. No student should be getting messages from home. It drives me up the wall when I get a parent who's called the student or messaging them. Like, what are you doing? I'm in the lesson. All right. And I'm like, can you get off your phone? Oh, I'll talk to him. No, I don't want to talk to you. I'm teaching your child. There's no need. It really is unnecessary. So if a parent needs you, they will contact the school. If we need you or your parent, we contact your parent. You don't need to phone for that. So it's in a world where a student could bring a phone in, put it down, not touch it all day, it'd be great. But none of us, we can't all do that. We can't all do that. So that's why we have these silly rules. But honestly, the Nokia ones really made me chuckle. So in my school, Storm's G Tag, if you're caught with a phone, oh yeah, I've read that one. Stormy, I've read that one. Don't repeat. I don't think they must have not heard me say it. Stormy G Tag, I've read it. It's great. It's brilliant. You don't have to repeat, okay? Oh my God. So there's this one boy he has anger issues. Okay, fair enough. He's probably got a learning difficulty or something quite traumatic happened to him. And he can't stop cursing. Okay, this could be Tourette's. Cursing is his own little language. Also ran out of the class and through a table. So that young lad has probably got learning difficulties. My kind of student, to be honest. We'll have him in a few years' time. They've got ways of expressing themselves. Sometimes that is the only way. maybe they're not getting attention at home and they express it, so maybe their parents don't have to come in so they can just have moments with them. There's lots of reason why kids do stuff like that. The school might not be reading the report properly, like the HEP review, so they might be triggered by something, and then the teacher's not following the proper protocol. There's so many different factors I can take from that, but the only thing I always find is students don't understand this, and we don't expect you to, but that is quite scary, but you're doing really well, and just know that that person's going through a lot too. Tommy, hello. Hello, Jibs. Hello, Jibs. Tommy, hello. My school today, I went to Oxford University. I don't know why I did an accent, and it's Oxford University. You went to Oxford. They picked 30 people to go, and it was really fun. The food was so posh, and it seems to so advanced, yet like Hogwarts. Me and my BFF were loving it. Fantastic. What a lovely experience for you to go to Oxford. I've never been to Oxford or Cambridge University to look around. I think it'd be an amazing thing to do. I've been to Cambridge for a bit of, is it bunting? Bunting or punting? Punting. It's punting, isn't it? So yeah, I'm very jealous. I hope you have a wonderful time. Hello, someone's hit the super chat. I'm instantly reading this. Overlord Gaming VR. Hello, teacher Tommy T. I have been a huge fan for ages. You clearly have, because you just hit the super chat. That is a mega fan. Thank you so much, Overlord Gaming VR. 199. Hello to you. Do you want to get a screenshot? Overlord. Hello, teacher Tommy. I've been a fan for ages. Cheers, man. Appreciate that so much. Appreciate that. Overlord. It's always been a good name, Overlord. Sounds like something in Halo. Overlord. We can't untuck our shirts, otherwise we get suspended. And I got a detention once for being rude when I was explaining a bullying incident. And the teacher was bad because he said it was all racist. Oh dear. Well, teacher's got to call it. That sounds a bit of a controversial one, that one. Is the goat. I've been goated. Thank you, official. In my school, we're not allowed to go to the toilet in the last 30 minutes of the lesson, even if we're on a period or we need to go. I don't get that rule. Like 30 minutes to go. It's quite a long time. I just feel like there's so much discomfort in that time. And if you can clearly see a student's like fidgeting and like, like rocking back and forth, you'd be like, well, why are we doing this to them? That's crazy. Do you watch Annie or anime? Do I watch anime? I can't say I watch much anime. No. I do appreciate the artistic way about anime though. I do find it quite interesting. I mean, the only anime I've ever watched my entire life is Pokemon, and I don't think that would really be classed as anime. It's quite like one of the original OGs, but I don't think it's anime. But yeah, I do like it. I appreciate it, but I don't really watch it. Yes, Tommy. Hello. Right, guys, I'm going to wrap things up now. It's been a wonderful chatting to you, but we're up. Half an hour's up. I've gone over. So yes, if you've been watching tonight and you've just tuned in or you just missed it, what are the most strictest school rules? Please do not use your school name. Strictest school rules you've ever heard or had or experienced. And what are you doing for Puds Day? I'm going to post a picture tomorrow about this bad boy. Let me know in the comments tomorrow when you see the picture what you are doing for Pudsey Day. Are you doing a charity event? Are you wearing spotty clothes? Are you wearing your favourite football shirt in Norwich City? Are you wearing a Pudsey top? Are you wearing a crazy hat? Odd socks? What are you doing for children in need tomorrow? Thank you so much, everyone. And a huge shout out to my super chat crew. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. And remember, guys, in the next live show, I think we're talking Kahoot, perhaps. People want a Kahoot. We'll see what I can do. And we'll do a chat as well. Have a great night, everybody. Look after yourselves. Enjoy Children in Need Day tomorrow if you are doing anything for it. Have a great time raising money and having fun. And I'll see you again same time next week. Thank you very much, guys. See you later.